Okay, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. Alright, good. Alright. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special live stream. I'm your host, Kiria Wave / Too Many Names, or, as I'm currently, the Mountie Presents. As you can see on the photo here, I am not alone, so introduce yourselves, special guests.
Hi everyone, I'm Susan. It's nice to be here.
Hi, I'm Bano. You might as well know me from Pachiguro from Deviantart. Hey.
Hi, I'm Will. You know me as Infernate Master 64 on both YouTube and DeviantArt. It's nice to be here.
Alright. Now, one of these people you have probably seen in a review of mine about a month or so back in June. Thano and Willow Smith. I didn't think he was in the chat. No, Infernate Master. Why did I think he was Will Smith? We have Will Smith. That's cool. No. Is that Infernate Master here and Thano are new guests here. And they've also been watching the show we're about to talk about tonight, which is Danganronpa 3's Despair and Future Arcs. Now, we have a lot to say about it. We're going to be talking about specific elements, but we have a lot of disclaimers to go through here because basically. First of all, basically be careful in the chat. Don't, cause a scene. We'll notice it and do something about it. So basically don't be an asshole in the stream, please. Please save all your questions for the end, because after we do all our topics, we are going to have a Q&A. So we will not be answering any questions while we are talking about specific topics. So I ask you to please, if you have any questions, save it for the end after we are done. When I say, alright, it's time for the Q&A, you can ask your questions. You can ask it to one of us, you can ask it to two of us, three, or you can ask it to all of us. Okay? Alright. Sounds good? Okay. Two other things. Spoilers. There are massive spoilers for this entire series, because we're talking about both animes tonight. Which also means that if you have not seen the series to completion, and I'm sure some people haven't seen it to completion because with the recent episode, it took a long time for the subs to come out, there are massive spoilers ahead. Which also means that if you are only watching the dub, there is a big-ass spoiler warning for this, because the dub is not finished. Okay, I think that's about it for the disclaimer. If there isn't anything else, we shall properly begin. Oh, wait, right, what the hell even Danganronpa 3 is. To sum up, Danganronpa is basically a murder mystery series in high school. That's probably the nicest way to put it. You should probably put up a notice. Okay. Alright, that should be the only time I'm doing that. Danganronpa 1 was released back in the 2010s. It got a sequel and a midquel. And we're at Danganronpa 3, which is meant to be the finale to the original trilogy. The current game that was announced, V3, is not connected to these games at all. It's a new story. Now, funny enough, this was actually supposed to be Danganronpa 2 getting an anime, not 3, but complications, and the creator wanted to do this for the fans. I'm going to be harping on this a lot, and I'm not sure if my other partners will as well. We will deal with that when we get to it. But that is the story. It was split up into 2 arcs, and it is highly recommended you watch both because they are severely connected, especially with the recent episode that came out yesterday at the time of recording, September 30th, 2016. Alright, now with that boring disclaimer out of the way, we shall begin. Topic number 1. Let's start with story. We will start with Susan.
What's our topic?
Story.
Okay. Well, the story for both Future and Despair arcs were very interesting. For the Future arc, we got to learn a little more about, well, the new characters in Future. Basically what happened in the Future arc is that, pretty much, the Future Foundation was forced into a killing game, set up by Monokuma. They had to figure out who the attacker is, and if in order to defeat the attacker, they will win the game. With this premise, it's interesting. I mean, though, is it really a point to having another killing game when we've already dealt with 2 of them in previous games? So far, from the future arc, it was decent to say at least. However, not a lot of the characters were really likable to a degree. I mean, there were a few exceptions, but we'll get to the characters a little bit later. They pulled a lot of stuff in the future arcs. They had two quote-unquote deaths for the two main characters, Asahina and Kyoko, but we'll explain a little more on that probably later as well. Now for Despair side, we actually get to take a look at the Danganronpa 2 cast before they were put into Despair. And I have to say, I actually do like this arc a little bit more than Future, because we actually get to see a lot of the happy moments that were shared with these students, because just like Makoto's class was, these students were once normal students just like they were before they were imploded into despair. So I liked a lot of moments with Despair, but like I said, we'll be discussing favorite moments and stuff in another discussion. So yeah, like for another topic later. And also we also got a Hope episode. The Hope episode was pretty decent to say least, because we got the return of the Danganronpa 2 cast helping out our main cast stop Mitarai from his plan. This episode was also pretty good because we got to see the return of the cast, and though I am surprised because it puts off like what was different in Danganronpa 2, because if you recall, only 4 or 5 of them were supposed to survive and the rest were supposed to still be in comatose. So it is surprising to see everyone back, and they look just fine when they mentioned that their bodies were supposed to be messed up in the real world. So overall, Danganronpa 3 was probably one of my favorite animes to watch this summer. Sure, some episodes were filled with happiness, sadness, anger. Overall, I really did enjoy this series. That's pretty much it.
Alright, Dano, you're up next.
What did I talk about again? Sorry.
Story.
The story of Future and Despair.
Danganronpa, this future arc is brings Makoto into the Future Foundation, where he gets punished for leaving the remnants of despair alive. But right after he's about to get punished, they got then hit by sleeping gas, and then they were forced to play a game. Despite not knowing who the mastermind is, they were forced to play a game. Yeah. In the Despair arc, we get to see the Super Danganronpa 2 cast on why they were in despair. We get to see some of their lives and how they became in despair and some other stuff. And for the Hope arc, Makoto and the people who survived the killing game had to stop Mitarai from preventing everyone to become Hope, I think. And then we get to see the cast of Super Danganronpa 2 alive, which I'm confused because if you check on Super Danganronpa 2, there were 5 of them alive. So it was surprising that all the cast from Super Danganronpa 2 are alive. So, yeah. That's all I got.
Alright, so the story of Side Future is basically it's centered around four of the survivors from the first killing game in the original Danganronpa: Naegi, Asahina, Kirigiri, and to an extent Hagakure, as they have to go to a meeting for Naegi leaving the remnants of despair alive on Jabberwock Island, and they're there with 12 of higher ups in the Future Foundation. However, once they're there and everything happens, there starts a killing game, which starts pretty quickly, I might add. And it basically goes through the whole events of what's going on in that killing game, them trying to figure it out, and just all around horrible betrayal. It's showing that not every organization is lovely as you wish it was. Side Despair goes off of exactly what happened with the Ultimate Despairs, because heck, everybody questioned what the heck happened before they had to get there, and so it kind of centers around them, but it also centers around other characters that kind of help impact everything. And heck, if you ever read the Danganronpa Zero novels, you see some cameos if you like that kind of stuff, and explains a lot of backstory that the other two games kind of touched upon with what the heck happened in the past, involving even the first killing game before Danganronpa 1. So you get a lot of background information that you probably wish you saw years ago. And Side Hope is kind of putting everything together. You get to see Danganronpa 2 cast, even though that's a major plot hole, but I'm sure Wave will get to that. You also get to see basically the ending of everything that happens. Because the anime is titled The End of Hope's Peak Academy, so it just ends everything. So you get to see how it all ends with Danganronpa 2 cast being involved and how the survivors of the killing game lead. I have a major gripe I have with that ending still. And that's about it.
Alright, and it'll be my end. So at the end of the second game, it was revealed that Naegi, Togami, and Kirigiri were responsible for bringing the remnants of despair to Jabberwock Island and putting them into the AI and or the Neo World program. Which, spoiler alert, was made by, I'm trying to think, Matsuda, from Danganronpa Zero, which my colleague just mentioned a minute ago. It was also made by Chihiro's AI from the first game, and Miyaya, which is a character in this anime, and he's getting tried for it because they wanted them dead, even though the purpose of the Neo World program was pretty much exactly what it was, to basically turn them into better citizens. And they're like, no, like, we want them dead. Which, whatever. Anyway, so Naegi goes on trial for that. Unfortunately, as mentioned before, they get put into a killing game by Mano. Somehow shows up Kuma. God. For the remaining 12 episodes of Future, it's pretty much who is the attacker, who is the mastermind, what the hell caused this. On top of that, they also have to wrap up shit from Ultra Despair Girls, the midquel I just mentioned a moment ago, shit from the second game, as well as shit from the first game, and them going through a killing game all over again, while also dealing with character interactions and story elements that come from a new freaking anime story. Yeah. Did I mention this series only has 12 episodes? Guess what that means? Rushed. Yes, Ultra Despair Girls gets 1/2 episodes to it, but considering they also had to wrap up shit from Ultra Despair Girls, the first and second game, and even other material, yeah, shit's gonna get rushed, and it does get rushed. Future has a lot of problems to it, but not as many as the Despair arc, and I'll touch on that in a moment. I could easily make an entire paragraph or a huge-ass video explaining everything wrong with the series, but this is not the time or place for that, surprisingly. On to my point. Besides, you're basically hearing an unscripted guy, so instead of hearing me ramble, I want to try and get to a point here. Aside from the fact that it just raises so many questions. Why on earth is oh wait, no, a lot of my problems had to do with the protagonist, or the antagonist of this. And can somebody who has to unmute their mic, thank you. Okay, so that's the basic synopsis of Future. Despair is where I get some plot holes found. Now, for those who don't know, Despair, like my colleague said, basically tells the story of the original students from the 77th, 78th, whatever, from their class, which basically tells the story of what caused them to fall into despair. So, what happened? Oh, well, for the record, in the second game, it was stated officially by Monokuma and or Junko that Junko converted them one by one. Yeah, anyone who watched the anime may notice a problem here. That is not what happened at all. It was a brainwashing video. From Junko, the same girl that caused the end of the world. The same one that converted high school students into ultimate despair. Using something as generic as goddamn mind control / hypnotism. And all at once. Not one at a time. Oops. Yeah, that does. And one argument I've heard about this is that, oh, well, maybe Junko / Monokuma was lying. Junko doesn't come off to me as the kind of person who would lie about that. She seemed pretty proud to admit that she caused the end of the world with the most despair-inducing event in human history and creating the ultimate despairs herself. Why would she lie about this? It doesn't make any sense. There's also another issue that is really debatable, but it's still stupid. As my colleagues also mentioned, the Danganronpa 2 cast shows up in the Hope arc, which was the finale to the entire thing. Now, it was stated also that only 5 of them made it out alive. The rest were stated to be dead. In fact, in the second game, it was stated by Naegi himself it's actually impossible to revive them. And the reason for it is a problem in itself, but that's more of a character flaw rather than a story flaw, so I will bring that up later alongside another problem I have with the 2 arcs, which also includes the antagonists. So, story-wise, I found a few more plot holes in Despair than I did with Future, and it also comes down to the fact of, again, 12 episodes long. So, even if Kodaka, the series creator, wanted to do this, wanted to convert them one by one, he couldn't, because there's only 12 episodes to do it, which is a problem. He said himself this is for the fans, yet he only got 12 episodes for the series. I know animation is not cheap, it's pretty expensive, but if this is supposed to be for the fans, why only give us 12 episodes? Seems like you're shortchanging us. Which also, this rushing issue leads into another problem in the character section. However, yeah. Actually, Boonsman brings up an interesting counter-argument that Nagito and the nurse could have been there. I can buy Nagito and Mikon surviving. After all, it was stated that they were able to unlock their memories. That's fine. In fact, Nagito is pretty much a fan favorite, which may also explain why Chiaki's even in the Despair arc, despite originally being an AI. Speaking of which, the whole reasoning for that is pretty stupid, like how there's 2 Chiakis, but we'll deal with that in characters. I can understand those 2 being alive, because it was even stated that even they knew they were in a program. Everyone else? Not so much. Speaking of, let's move into the characters. So like last time, we will start with Susan.
Alright, so the characters for Future and Despair arc. Well, I don't really like a major amount of the Future arc characters because a lot of them are, well, jerks. A lot of them are selfish and don't really care about everyone else. All they just focus on is who the killer is, and a lot of them want Naegi dead. Because they think he's responsible for the whole thing, because they think Naegi was in contact with the Ultimate Despairs, and well, he technically was, but, well, he helped them, but that doesn't mean he's Despair itself. We didn't really get a lot from the characters. Like, sure, we did get some backstories for some characters, like Seiko and Raruka, all that stuff. For Despair arc, we already know about our Danganronpa 2 cast because, after all, we've seen them in the game already, but this was their life before they became Despairs. So, seeing them, it's nice. I mean, it's like a refreshing take on Danganronpa 2. And plus, we get to see how Chisa is tied with all this, since she was both in Future and in Despair. So, I think the characters in Despair are a little better than the ones in Future, because honestly, the Future ones, I don't really care about them. My favorites from the Future side, I only liked Asahina, Kyoko, Chisa, and Mirai. Miyaja, the girl in the wheelchair. Um, I didn't really like characters I didn't like for Future were I didn't like Munakata, I didn't like Juzo. Ruka, I don't like her either. Everyone else is just either in the middle or I don't care about. As for Despair, my favorites are Chiaki. I like Sonia, Gundam, Peko, and Akane. Chisa was also good for the beginning as well. Um, People I didn't really like Hyoko. Um, Other than that, that's pretty much it for me on characters.
Okay. The future arc cast, yeah, I don't really like most of them. They seem to be selfish jerks that only care for themselves, and they're trying to find out who the killer is, and they want to see Makoto being, I don't know, punished for what he did. So yeah, I don't really care for the future cast. I don't really like most of them. And for the spare arc cast, I like most of them. We get to see most of the cast to see how in despair or how they meet. So yeah, as for my favorites are Ryota, Chisa, and I guess Izuyoi because I kind of like him. As for least favorites for the future arc, I would say Ruka and Juzo. That's pretty much all I have for the future arc. And for the spare arc, my favorites are Hajime, Chiaki, Nagito, Chisa, Ibuki, and oh yeah, Furuhiko. As for least favorites, well, I don't really like Sanoji. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I have for my opinion on the cast.
All right, so for the future side, as we've all stated, they're all pretty much jerks, to say the least. Um, I mean, some of them do get fleshed out moments. Seiko is one of them, and sadly is the only one I kind of like for that reasoning. And there are ones who stand there, look pretty, and then you never see them again. And I, sorry, I have a cold. Um, so yeah, and then for the spare, you have the characters interacting, and really, the spare characters are more fleshed out, and so despair wins a point. If we were giving points to either side, I'd say despair gets a point for working their characters better because future they had 12 new characters. I'm gonna not count Chisa and Mitarai because they're in this despair, so they got more development there than future. So I'll give them a slight pass, but not too much of one. But otherwise, everyone else should have been developed better, in my opinion. For favorites in future side, I actually liked Tengen. I don't know why. I just did. Izuyoi, Ryota, and Gekahara before I found out the worst. Least favorites are Raruka, because who loves her? um, Murakata, I cannot stand for the life of me. And the thing I wanted to say ever since we decided to do this, Juzo Sakakura, who is a prick, and I want to die. Oh wait, never mind. And for despair, I like Gundam, Sonya, uh, everyone's favorite Danganronpa waifu, Chiaki, Katsui, Katsuichi. Is that how I pronounce it?
Yep, Kazuichi.
Okay, I'm amazed I got that right. Um, and yeah, yeah, oh yeah, and Hajime because that's and I actually feel bad for I cannot remember her name, but the girl who died first in the Twilight Syndrome. I actually do feel bad for her, and I kind of do like her. Yes, I just don't remember her name, and really, who does? And for people I don't like, I've never liked Terry, and I own up to that. Junko can die in a fire. Oh wait, never mind. Um, uh, Sionji can also die in a fire, and she's alive, so I can't say that. And okay, I know this is a cop out, but I'm saying Juzo again. He's in both anime. I'm allowed to do it. I don't care if you hate me for it. That's all I got.
Alright, my turn then. In regards to the future arc, much like what I complained about earlier on about the characters, about the series only having 12 episodes, this also becomes a problem for the characters. With the Danganronpa 2 cast and the first game cast, they had the advantage of free time events and character development, so that way you got to find out their characters. Even for characters like Saionji, which my 3 other colleagues didn't like, she at least had more to her character if you looked at her free time events. And to be fair, in the second trial of that, which I can defend for her case, or the third case, sorry, she was trying to get better, but then Kadaka being Kadaka. Unfortunately, though, that's the problem with this cast, for future at least. They only have 12 episodes to get the treatment, because, well, the team thought it was a better idea to make this into an anime instead of, say, a game. So it's kind of unfair to judge these characters in comparison to the first 2 games, because they don't have much time. They really don't. And several characters, if they're not basic personalities like Gozu and Bandai, they get progressively weaker or stupider in the process. And that's kind of depressing. Hell, one of my favorite episodes of the series, for future at least, was 5. And that was because we got to see the relationship between Izuyoi, I think that's the right one, Raruka and Seiko. We got their backstory, which was something extremely lacking in the Despair arc, which was pretty much stated to be mandatory to watch in order to understand everything that's going on. But characters like Bandai, I was going to say Raruka again, but she got it. Bandai, Gozu, and even to an extent Juzo and Munakata don't have much character in comparison, and yet the latter two survive up till the end. Well, it's episode 11 at least for one of them, but that's another story. Despair is fine, but that's because they had an entire game to get their development and to get their free time events and more to their characters. The only one I don't like out of them is surprisingly Chiaki, and that's because I feel like she was only included into the show for fan service and for the reason they became Despair, which feels like a cop-out to me. Why does it feel like a cop-out to me? Because, like I said in the story section, it was stated by Monokuma that they became Remnants of Despair one by one. Instead of this, well, where Chiaki dies and they all fall into despair anyway. And that's dumb. And the explanation between the two is just even stupider. I liked the original idea that it was basically an idea came up by Matsuda, Chihiro, or his AI, and Miyaya. That was a pretty interesting idea. If I was only watching Danganronpa 3 and didn't, or the Despair arc I should say, and never played the second game, I would not like Chiaki that much. She would probably be one of those characters I wouldn't like that much. One of the reasons Chiaki was one of my favorites in the second game is because she had an entire game to get her free time events and development out of the way. I fell in love with this character because of that. In the third game, though, she doesn't get that treatment. She feels like a new character, and I really feel like she should have just been cut out. Leave it as an AI is what I'm saying, which also leads into another problem I have. Antagonists. This anime, at least in the future side, could not make up its mind of what it wanted to have as an antagonist. As for Monokuma, and I was seeing this during the chat asking Monokuma, I almost said Munakata again. A lot of people were asking where Monokuma was, and here's the problem. I don't even think the anime knows what the hell happened. My only guess is Monica, but even then, that's debatable. And I'll touch on that later. It's never really explained how the hell Monokuma is able to know about these names or the like, because he's clearly still operating, and yet, because he's able to say the names and operate in free time, so it's never been explained. How the hell is it? How is it still alive? I was originally saying stock footage, but as shown by this anime, that's clearly not the case, especially with 11, where we saw him communicating with Naegi. So clearly that's not the case. This doesn't make any sense. Back to the antagonists, we have Juzo and Kyosuke, and I honestly hated Kyosuke as an antagonist. I'm sorry. I really did. I really freaking did. I thought he was fine in the Despair arc or later parts of the Future arc where he wasn't a gigantic asshole. I'm sorry, but as a villain, I don't like him. He just, all he is a crazy person, and at least not when Nagito did it in the second game, he had a likable personality. Dude was crazy that you couldn't just help but laugh at points. But Kyosuke doesn't even have that. He's just a... What the hell? Anyway, he's just... How do I put this? He gets upset because Chisa died, which, well, as we later find out, it wasn't exactly a sacrifice worth getting upset over. And then he basically goes insane and kills pretty much everybody around him. He even kills Juzo for some stupid reason. Well, first time, the second is debatable, but the first time, his ally, for God's sake. He killed Tengen, which, okay, admittedly, we later find out the real reason for that, but it's another story. Oh, right, antagonists. So I didn't like Kyosuke as an antagonist. I thought he was fine enough as a protagonist or the like, but it really just gave me flashbacks of Nagito again. Like, oh, he's much like how Kyosuke was supposed to represent hope. It kind of was the same for Nagito before he went cray-cray. And I've seen this before. It's not exactly that great this time. But back to antagonists. Monica was incredibly wasted, and this was another antagonist they were using throughout the show. Monica had no point to be here. After her whole shit with Miyaya, which, spoiler alert, the Miyaya you see in this show, and probably in this poster if you can see it, that's a robot. Monica's controlling it. My problem with this, however, is that Monica only gets really a few episodes, and then after 7, she basically just screws off and goes into space. And that's it. That is literally all she does. That's it. The character who was built up from Ultra Despair Girls to be the next Junko. And she hardly does a thing. Guess what also doesn't help in this regard? The next antagonist, Tengen. Tengen being an antagonist that set up the whole killing game. What the Could you not decide on an antagonist? That's like 3 now. Throughout 12 episodes. Oh, and it gets better. After Tengen screws off, in the very same episode, it's revealed Mitarai was a bad guy, basically. Basically forcing everyone to watch that hope-filled video. That's 4 antagonists throughout the entire season, which again is 12 episodes. Stick with an antagonist, for God's sake. Or better yet, leave better hands, for Christ's sakes. This is retarded. And I wouldn't complain about this that much in comparison to the first 2 games, because, let's be honest, in the first 2 games, there was an occasional antagonist that, like, Chapter 3 had Celeste and the like. I'm complaining about it here because this is supposed to be the finale to all of it. It just doesn't work. It's the finale. This is supposed to be important. It's the end. The thing you're supposed to end. The antagonist. Or at the end of this whole series. And this is what they went with. Nuh-uh. You should have just stuck with Monica or something. And I've heard the argument like, oh, she got bored with being filled with spreading hope or despair. Well, then what was the point of including her character then? Really? What was the point? To basically say Ultra Despair Girls existed? Well, if you're not going to do much else with her character, then what's the point? This show's only 12 episodes long anyway. You could easily cut her out. What else? Junko's plan. Right. The Junko video is so stupid. I already bitched about her use of hypnosis, but what is the point of including Junko into this as well? Her whole stupid despair video, which forces a lot of them to kill themselves. Are you freaking serious right now? Why? Junko died in the first game. The second game was pushing it a little by having her be an artificial intelligence. But why would it resort to... Why brainwashing? Why freaking brainwashing? Are you kidding me? That is ridiculous. Could also bitch about the lack of a lot of Danganronpa Zero material, but whatever, that's another story in itself. Junko's plan sucked. I really did not like it. And Monica was wasted again. Kyosuke was supposed to be an asshole. I get that, but here's my problem. I like him as an asshole when he's not supposed to be the antagonist. even then, the very idea of showing these videos to make these guys kill themselves feels incredibly cheap. Speaking of incredibly cheap, how about the Hope episode, where all the Danganronpa 2 characters who died came back to life? Look, I like some of the cast from the second game, I will not deny that at all, but not only does it undermine the deaths in the first place because they can all come back to life, but it also doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, it really doesn't. Look, if they could have just been easily fixed like that, because of Izuru's little powers, which I'll touch on in a minute, it really cheapens the death. I'm sorry, it really cheapens the death. Because all the emotional attachment you felt when these characters died, including Kyoko, who ends up coming back later, oh, that mess. It gets weakened as a result because they come back to life easily. Did Hiro Mashima write this? Did Hiro Mashima write this friggin' shit? Seriously, it sounds like shit he would pull in his series. Oh wait, he has pulled it. Silly me. Right, the explanation. How all of them came back to life was because of Izuru, which leads into another problem I have with the character section. Kodaka god-modded Izuru by giving him all these talents. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't played Danganronpa 2 in a while. However, here's the thing. In the second game, it was stated that the Kamakura project was basically designed to create someone that was supposed to be everyone's hope. To my knowledge, it did not state that it injected all of the ultimate talents into Izuru. So you know what that means. All the talents, the ultimate gamer, the ultimate nurse, the ultimate pharmacist, all that crap, Izuru has. Which is the explanation they went with to explain how all of them came back to life, even the ones that died, even though they were supposed to be in a coma. Kodaka, the creator of the series, god-modded his character. And it's not like in One Punch Man per se, where it's supposed to be like funny that this guy can do this. This is supposed to be serious. This is serious shit. He god-modded his character for the sake of this, where everyone is revived. Look, like I said, I like the second game cast. I like seeing Gundam again. He was one of my favorite characters, but I can also understand to let them die. It undermines their deaths in a way because, well, what's the point of feeling bad about them when they come back to life anyway? Just let Izuru be the ultimate hope. Does Makoto have all the goddamn talents too? Because he's the ultimate hope too. What, does Nagito have it? Speaking of which, why the hell does Nagito have a robotic arm? Shit was never explained. So few explanations on this shit. Also gotta love how the Despairs learned absolutely nothing by saying they are basically going to take the blame and say they were responsible for the killing game. They said that they were going to continue to spread despair, which basically completely undermines the freaking ending of the second game, which said they can make their own futures. I know they pressed the shutdown button, which reverted their personalities, but come on! Are you serious? You had one job! You had one job, Kodaka! You flat out wrote that they would write their own futures. Even in the epilogue, that was exactly what happened. And yet they reverted back to being the ultimate despairs anyway. Why? What else? Right. Kyoko coming back to life. One of my biggest concerns with the... Yes, this one. One of my biggest concerns when this anime first came out... Okay. Is that all of the characters from the first game would survive, and the only ones who would die would be the characters from this new anime. Spoiler alert, that is exactly what happens. And here's the explanation. Basically, while, I almost said Miyaya, no, it's Psycho. While Seiko was able to make the poison an antidote that would delay it or put them in a near-death state, it was Mikan that knew how to apply it. I'm sorry, what? That's what you're going with, guys? That is seriously what you're going with. The pharmacist that made it didn't know how to apply it. But the nurse, who didn't even know this thing existed because Seiko literally made it herself, not even like a long time ago, recently, knows how to do it. Blow me. freaking blow me. That is bullcrap. Absolute bullcrap. What else? So, yeah. Do I even need to bitch about the fake-out death with Ioi? Kadaka, really? Are you really pulling that shit? The stereotypical, this character died, except not really. God. It's so stupid. So, my favorite character from this whole thing, really hard to do at this point, but whatever. I was gonna say Mitarai, but then the final episode. Oh, sorry, I forgot about this. Yeah, the finale. How they talk Mitarai down. Makoto doesn't even do shit in the final episode of the Hope arc, which is like, or the Hope finale, I should say. He just basically stands around during the conversation, and Hajime and his crew do everything. They basically talk Mitarai down. They talk no jutsu his ass. They literally talk no jutsu him out of this shit. They talk him down to end the whole thing. What the hell was he even do? What the hell was the point of Makoto even showing up? Seriously. Anything else? So, I did not like... Mitarai just got worse for me as time went on. My only ones that I really liked at this point were Izuyoi. For Despair, it's pretty much the same as before. And, sorry. It's about the same as before. Gundam was pretty much my favorite, as well as the remaining 5 survivors, except Soda. Least favorites from both is... Well, from Future, it's so many characters at this point. I don't like Tengen. I don't like Kyosuke when he's an antagonist. I don't like Juzo, even despite his sacrifice. I don't like Ruruka. I don't like Tengen. I don't like Bandai at this point. I don't like Monica anymore because of this shit. And I don't like Saionji and Soda from the Despair arc. I sincerely apologize for going off on a rant, viewers. Let's move on to the next topic, which is favorite and least favorite moments from the show. Susan, you have the floor.
Alrighty. Well, now that Wave has calmed himself down, Wave needs to go calm himself down after that.
I just want to call to Snickers.
Wave,
Wow.
I think you need a breather after that because I don't know how long he ranted on that for. Anyways, so my favorite moment. I can't really name many favorite moments in Future. I guess I will say in a way. I guess my favorite was probably Seiko's backstory because we actually got to learn a little bit more about her and her past, and it turns out she is a nice character. All she just wants is a friend. I would be her friend if she wanted me to. I guess that's pretty much it for favorites from Future, but please start. Sorry. My least favorite thing for Future though, it would have to be Asahina's quote-unquote death, because that scene itself literally made me cry. Like, I'm not kidding. Anime really rarely makes me cry. After seeing that scene, I just broke down crying that day. I was not happy. I really thought she was dead. And the next episode happened, and turns out she's alive. In a way, I'm happy about that, but, well, to have it like that is kind of, well, stupid. And then the whole death scene with Kyoko. I mean, it's not like she sprang back up to life like Asahina did. She was poisoned, and then the Hope arc happened, and she's alive. Which, in a way, I'm glad she is alive. However, Kyoko's death did not affect me as much as Asahina's. I was sad she died, of course, but I've had more bonds with with Asahina than I did with Kyoko. Overall, and I didn't really like Future Arc that much. Just those two I mentioned were just not my favorites. As for Despair, my favorite moments would have to be the video game scene with everybody getting together and playing little parodies of the video games like Super Smash and Mario Kart. That was awesome. Um, also one of my least favorite thing about um Despair was the whole killing game with Chiaki. The poor thing did not deserve to die like that. Her death was brutal. I could not look at the screen because of it. It was that bad. Um, and I guess in the end, where Junko hypnotizes everybody to watch Chiaki suffer, and everybody just falls into despair. That I did not like either.
If only we had the ability to close our eyes.
Well,
We did.
I looked. Well, yeah, we did. I looked away from the screen when that death was happening. I couldn't bear to look at her.
I guess the Danganronpa world doesn't have that ability.
Yeah. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it for my favorite and least favorite moments.
Okay. Alright, Thano, you're up next.
Okay. For my favorite moments in the future arc, well, I guess I can count Seiko's backstory. I mean, I feel sorry for her. She's been through a lot. I mean, yeah, I would totally be her friend if she's that desperate, since I feel sorry for her. So yeah, it's the only favorite moment I like. As for the least favorite moments on the future arc, yeah, Asahina's fake death. I mean, I feel sorry. I mean, I just cried when I saw he's dead. When I saw her that she's dead. But when she was alive, I felt happy. But why? Why would you make a fake death? Yeah, and
Basically.
and I and for the next least favorite, I guess Ruka being, I don't know, trying to protect herself, and she killed her own boyfriend. I don't like that moment. She just killed her own boyfriend. So yeah, those are my two least favorite moments.
Okay.
As for my favorite moments for the Despair arc, yeah, I can count the game that the students play. I like that. I think that's the only one I like. As for least favorites, yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Susan. The dying with Chiaki. I mean, I feel sorry for her. She doesn't need to die.
Why didn't they kill Tamashi or that Pikachu thing?
Oh god, don't even remind me, man.
We'll deal with that later. Sorry about that. Continue.
And yeah, I feel sorry for Chiaki, who died. Yeah, I feel sorry for her. And I'm going to have to account for Kusaryu's sister dying because, yeah, I feel sorry for her as well. I don't really like that moment.
Okay.
So yeah, those are all my moments, in my opinion. That's all.
Alright. Well, you're up next.
Alright, so one of my favorite moments from Future Arc were, I'm just gonna cop out. I'm gonna slightly cop out, slightly not. Ruruka's death. I'm proud that happened, especially the way she died. If you see me as a status from now on, I don't care. I also like again Seiko's backstory. I'd be her friend too. Let's be real. And oh my god, my heartstrings. Least favorite moment. I have to go with Asahina's fake out because in hindsight, Kadaka, what the hell? Kirigiri's death, not her reviving, just her death when I saw it the first time. I rarely cry anymore, but that brought me to that point, and gosh, like I could not be right for the rest of the day. And Great Guzzo's death is also my least favorite because even though he was only there for a few episodes, I loved him. Oh yeah, and every time he's on screen is my favorite moment, except for his death. For a future side, all the game, them playing all the game. I mean, Despair side, them playing all the games, little game parodies. It was so cute. Why couldn't you love it? It was so adorable. And another one I will hold to my heart is all of episode 1 of Despair arc, because that was really fun, except for Terra Terra being Terra Terra. But besides that, that was a really fun time to watch. My least favorite scenes from Despair are all of episode 10, just all of it, all of it. Um, Anytime Saionji says anything that I don't care for, same goes for Teru Teru, and one that I'm surprised neither Susan nor Thano said, but they probably just wanted to block it out. The first killing game that happened in what, episode 7?
Oh gosh, that was horrible too.
Oh God. Yeah.
I did not. I was aware that killing game happened. I just wasn't fully aware of what the hell I was about to be watching.
Right.
So when I saw that, again, I wasn't right the rest of the day. Like, I'm pretty sure after watching this anime, I'm gonna need a slight bit of therapy. But yeah, those are all my moments. Now I'm gonna go get now while Wave talks and possibly rants, I'm gonna get the brain bleach.
Okay. Here's there's my distraction. Chiaki's cute face. Anyway. My favorite moment, honestly, aside I could just be an easy one and just say it ended. What my favorite moments was the early episodes of the Despair arc and Kyosuke finally turning good again. Like I said, I hated him as an antagonist, so yeah, I was very happy to see Kyosuke finally go back to normal again. I just said the ending again, so whatever. I guess another decent moment was seeing Gundam alive again. That means my ship fic can be canon, I guess. So I'm gonna Gundam ship him. Anyway.
Yes!
I sadly say I have to ship them too.
Me too.
I guess another one I liked was seeing, well, for being bad isn't, yeah. Yeah, I have to agree with that, Boonsman. Another good moment I liked was, well, I liked the ending. Oh wait, no, that's music-wise. I was gonna say the ending tune, but yeah, that's music. Okay. Probably my favorite moments were, actually, episode 3 had some funny bits in it. I guess another one I liked somewhat was, I liked Seiko's flashback, and what do you know, Seiko was probably one of the only few that I actually felt bad for when she died, and Ruruka sucks. I guess you could say I also liked Izuyoi and Ruruka's relationship, even if Ruruka basically became a gigantic dick later. I feel bad for Izuyoi, like, Jesus. Koichi, that's another one. I liked Koichi in the series. Sucks that he died. What else? And, I think that's about it, actually. Aside from... Oh, wait, no. Tagami showing up. That's another good one I had. Least favorites? I could fill a page with it, so I'm not going to list them all again. Basically, everything I've complained about thus far, in terms of the negatives. Another negative was, again, the Junko brainwashing thing. That is ridiculous and stupid. Another least favorite moment of mine was Kirigiri coming back to life, especially because it was worthless. Why on earth bring her back? Her death was perfect. It gave Makoto the drive he needed. It was necessary during the finale with him and Munakata. I'm sorry, but if a death like that can give character development, I'm all for it. Yeah, it sucks Kirigiri is dead, but I'd rather have her dead than alive, especially given what happened afterwards. And that's really about it. Well, aside from the whole stupid cure thing. Again, pretty much every complaint I've already addressed can go into the least favorite moments. Next up, we have music. So, Susan, you want to start us off?
Sure. I thought the beginning and ending for Future and Despair were okay. I thought Future's beginning was pretty catchy and I liked it. The background tracks for Future and Despair were okay. So overall, I guess the music is decent. That's pretty much it.
Okay. I like both openings of Future and Despair arcs. The endings, meh, they're in between. The backgrounds, still in between. That's all I have to say about the music.
Okay, if you can't tell by what I was just humming, one of my favorite things from this anime, music-wise, is "Dead or Alive" because that song is honestly the connotation might be weird, but it's an awesome song. I even found I found a English cover for it, and I listen to that like every other day. I have problems, I know. I love Despair's ending and opening. Future's ending is meh for me, and the background music is well, background music. It just fit. It's kind of nice. It's Danganronpa standard. It fits the tone. So yeah, background music. It's okay. It didn't make me want to throw a knife at somebody. That's all I got.
All right. For me, it took a long time for me to get used to the Future music, at least in terms of the soundtrack and opening / endings. Largely because, well, it just had a bit of a hard time for me to get used to. I wasn't exactly a big fan of it at first. It took a long time to grow on me. But when it comes to the ending song, I think I started to get hooked on it after seeing it used in 11. I think the way it was executed when showing Juzo, like Munakata running towards Juzo, who may or may not be his boyfriend. Sorry.
I can only dream.
There are so many jokes that could be that have been made already about that. I'm not even going to bother with making a new one. But basically, when Munakata was running towards Juzo and seeing what happened, that was very effective. I genuinely felt sad when Juzo died the second time. Oh wait, how did he survive? Basically chopped off his own arm.
I don't mean to interrupt, but Telly just came into the stream.
WTF?
Oh my!
So he did.
And Q Blue squealing like a fangirl.
All right.
She had to go.
Okay.
Darn it.
Welcome aboard, Telly.
Thanks, Blue, for ruining that moment for me.
Alright, where was I? Oh, right. Basically, what I was getting at earlier. Right, okay. It took a longer time for me to get used to the opening track. Again, much like my partner here, I liked the English dub more than this, so this one just had a long time for me to get used to it, and I thought the ending worked pretty well in Juzo's case. I actually watched that scene multiple times, so it goes to show something. And I eventually listened to it myself, eventually. It's kind of sad, though, that it's only effective during a death scene for me. That's kind of sad. Anyway.
Ouch.
As for Despair, that is a different story. I was never a fan of the opening theme for Despair because I thought it was shit, but I did love the ending theme. That was a good one. Okay.
The coloring and ending was very pretty. I like the pictures.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty unique one too.
I could have lived without the scene in the show where they burned those pictures down.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, right. Actually, speaking of stupidity, I'm going to touch on this quickly. The NG codes were stupid and wasteful. Okay, moving on. Next up, we have animation. Susan, you're up.
The animation was just okay. It didn't really have much in terms of just a future, because since they were all inside, it couldn't really show a lot of effects. But with Despair, they had a slightly more effects, like when they were outside, and seeing everybody. Because in Despair, Future, everybody was in a building, so there wasn't really much effects-wise and background-wise to really be noticeable. But in Despair, everybody's either in the classroom or outside around the school, which is a nice change of pace for once. Other than that, I don't really have much of another opinion on the animation. It's just animation. What do you expect? That's pretty much it.
Alright. Bano, you're up next.
Okay. My opinion on the animation, well, it's okay, I guess. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I don't really have an opinion on it a lot.
Alright. Let's see. Will, you're up next.
All right. So I like the animation to what it's trying to do. I like how they actually took the time to kind of make the art direction a bit different, like how the animation style was darker and this was in future and lighter in Despair, even though Despair went total dark midway through. But hey, who's talking to anything? I like how I kind of like the blood thing, how they actually made it red for once in future and pink in Despair, though. Admittedly, once the killing game started, I would have been fine with some red blood because it would have fit. But hey, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. And I also like how basically I like how vibrant the animation was for Despair Arc. Future Arc, like Susan said, they were all in a building, so you really couldn't do too much, and really, it was just standard animation there. At least Despair had a lot of things going for it, except the hypnosis scenes. Those things can die in a fire. But yeah, that's all I had. That's all I got. You're up, Wave.
Alright. In my honest opinion, I think the animation is just fine. Like, it's nothing really spectacular, it's just okay. I wasn't exactly expecting much out of this, so yeah, it's just passable. Yeah, exactly, Boonsman. That's probably the nicest way to put it. And now I have now I have Junko and Kirigiri on screen. Anyway, but that
Wow.
hey, at least I have one of the best waifus on screen. No, let's be serious. Okay, so that appears to be it for our subjects, so let's end it off with our final thoughts. Susan?
Sorry about that. So my mic was muted. I'm sorry.
No, I was looking at the Junko picture. Like, I like how which one Junko pose you chose, Wave.
Um. So Danganronpa 3 itself, it was an anime that I did enjoy watching during the summer, because I got into Danganronpa like this past year, like last year, and I'm really glad I did get into it. So this gave me something to watch over the summer. Overall, I like Despair Arc more than Future Arc, because Despair Arc showed a lot more with the characters than Future Arc did. So overall, I do recommend Danganronpa 3 if you're into Danganronpa and you want to see some backstories on the Season 2 cast and also see what the future cast is going through. Other than that, that's pretty much it.
Alright. Next up is Thano.
Okay. My thoughts on... Oh yeah, my final thoughts in Danganronpa? Well, it's okay. Well, yeah. That... I kind of like everything that I see in Danganronpa, mostly every moment, but some not so much. So yeah, but I recommend that you watch the Despair arc before you watch the Future arc. You might see more of the backstories from the characters from the Future arc. So yeah, that's all for my thoughts.
Will, you're up next.
Okay, so I got into Danganronpa literally this summer. Like, I'm no joke kidding. I've been around for less time than Susan has. And so I basically just jumped into this, and this anime is getting me further into it. I gotta say, it was an okay anime. I mean, yes, Despair was really good. It was probably the better version of the two until it hit plot hole minefield territory that honestly I think blew up pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention all the things I need the brain bleach for. This reason I bought so many canisters. And Future Arc, they made just about every single character a jerk who was new. And if they weren't new, and if they weren't a jerk, they either got killed off quickly, Bandai Juzo, or they got a backstory that made you cry because they were pretty much Death Flag McGee, Seiko, or they were Izzyoi. Because Izzyoi, I have nothing really to say funny about him. And so, yeah, they don't really give you much. So, I mean, I like what they kind of try to do with some people. Heck, I can't even give them points for making Juzo gay. I can't even give them the points for that.
But he's
And
European.
that's... Wave, you're lucky I don't want to slap you right now. But yeah, so especially when an anime makes a character gay and I don't care for it, that's when you know it's bad. So honestly, am I allowed to personally rate this right now?
Yes, please.
5 out of 10.
Okay. Susan, Thano, you want to give your ratings too?
I give a I give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Thano?
I give it 6.
Okay.
For once, I'm not the generous one.
Okay. Alright. Anything else, Will, or is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Honestly, I was a bigger fan of the Despair arc than Future, but that was because with the Despair arc, I already had a cast of characters that were already developed thanks to the second game. The problem is that the new characters, while they did get more backstory, they were dicked over eventually anyway, but whatever. It started to venture into plot hole territory. I already talked about the whole mind control thing, but there's also Chiaki's existence. It's so stupid. But there's also other issues with it, like the god modding with Izuru when it didn't even need to be. I'm gonna ask the three colleagues a question. If it was only the 5 talking to Mitarai, would anything have changed? Do you think anything would have changed given what happened?
No.
Not really.
No.
Thank you. Exactly. All that they existed for in this case was to basically say, "Hey, they're alive." The sad truth is, their appearance in this final episode kind of came off as worthless. It was basically like the only difference I could see with it is a lot of the other characters saying stuff, but really most of Mitarai turning like good again was thanks to Izuru / Hajime. And a couple others. If the Ultimate Imposter certainly wasn't there, then I don't think it would really change shit. Anyway, Future is very problematic, and I hate to bitch about it because this is supposed to be the finale. It leaves so many questions unanswered, which I will likely address when I do the official review. Again, you're talking to a guy who has seen the finale a day ago, and you're telling this to a guy who basically, is doing this unscripted. All of us are doing this unscripted. So once I write the review, I'm going to likely find more plot holes with this, especially since I'm currently watching the dub as well. Unfortunately, I think this is really, really bad in comparison. There are a lot of good things in the Future arc, and I definitely think that it improved near the end. Except for me being stupid, but whatever. And there was a lot of good in the Despair arc. It's kind of funny in a way. Despair started off really good, and then it got really stupid near the end. Especially in the final episode where... Actually, I just realized, how the hell did they get into the virtual world? I didn't even realize this until now. This is something I'll address later. Because in episode 11, Chisa blew up the classroom they were all in. How did they survive?
I chose to believe that Nagito was holding on to all of them, but then I realized that's even worse of a cop-out.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. And how did they manage to cause it all to happen in a day? They, not just humanity. Oops. Luck. Oh, great. I'm going to use this joke, aren't I? I'm the ultimate bullshit. I can't wait for Dub by Tacos to do this episode. This should be good.
Seriously, I'm still waiting. He's missing 4 episodes.
I know! We'll do this at another time, though.
Especially when Hope sighted when he sees Ibuki. I can't wait to see that reaction.
He already made a video about that.
I know, but I want to see it in the video.
But until then... On the other hand, Future started off really bad, but it got good as time went on. As such, my rating for Future is about a B-C rating. I'm not going to use a percentage because, as I found out a few days ago, the American and Canadian grading system is much different.
It is?
Yeah, surprisingly. In the States, apparently a 70 is not a good rating, or B-. It's a failing grade, apparently. Go figure. Anyway, Lesson learned. Yeah, you're speaking to it. Yeah, this is coming from a Canadian guy who's saying this, so obviously the Canadian system is different. As for Despair Arc, because it got weakened, especially near the end, I'm giving it a B-/C as well. Not as bad as the Future Arc, but it definitely started to get more plot holes. Okay, so that is all we have for subjects. Now is the time for the Q&A. So for anyone who is holding off from their questions, now is your time to ask them. We will be doing this for a while, and I just realized we've been doing this for an hour. So, yeah, so far so good. So
Hey,
ask
if
away.
I saw a question in the beginning, can we use that while we're giving people time to ask questions?
Yes, if I know what the question was.
I remembered it perfectly. Someone asked way in the beginning of did we any of us watch Digimon and try?
Yes, I've seen the first two.
No, I haven't. Well, I've seen reactions from Lee, but that's it.
I only see, just the reactions.
Mimi's voice can blow up bathhouses.
Do not mention it!
Delight.
I was so late on that joke. It's sad. And yeah, I binge watched all 8 episodes before the 3rd one came out.
All right. Yeah, we'll likely do that riff next week. Until then, Boons
I
Man.
had a question.
Boons Man asks, okay then, do you guys get Ruruka's thought process during the Future Arc?
We'll go in order.
Why don't we just go in the usual order? Susan, Thano, Will, and then me.
I mean, I get she didn't want to be abandoned because she was afraid of being, like, alone. But just to kill her own boyfriend because of that is stupid. Heck, I know this may sound weird coming from me, but if I was in that issue, I would not want to kill Wave. Heck no. That would be horrible.
Okay. Alright. Thano, you're up next.
No comment. I read enough anything about her.
Well, someone already asked you about it.
Well, too bad. I'm not asking that question about Ruruka.
Oh, shit. Anyway.
Let him have it. It's for Ruka.
Alright, whatever. Alright, well, you're up next.
Okay, I'll admit, when I first saw Ruka's design and everything, I kind of thought, okay, maybe she'll be a nice character. She's even feeding her boyfriend candies. Okay, this seems promising. Then, okay, then I saw, okay, maybe there's trust issues there. Okay. And then episode 5 hit. When technically 4 of Despair.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to shank her so hard.
Pretty sure Izio has already shanked her, but that's another topic.
But yeah, Ruka. Let me put it in this way. I was watching either Deathly Tacos or Nico B. I think it was Deathly Tacos. Someone put in the comment section that when Ruka died, they rewinded it and played Sweet Victory over her death scene. That's basically how I feel. I
wouldn't be surprised if it was I wouldn't be surprised if it was Tacos because he's used the song before.
No, I mean it was someone in the comment section.
Oh, okay.
Who said that?
Okay. For me, yes, I can somewhat understand her reasoning, even if because trust is a major problem. I can understand that. I'm sure a lot of the 4 of us have been screwed over by people who weren't trusting in the past. Does it excuse all her actions? No. And I think even Deathly Taco said something like, what I'm doing is wrong, and I know it's wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway. And that's true in this case. No, I do not condone her actions in that regard.
You got a question?
Okay. Welcome back, Stardust. Did you see any of Nico B's reactions of DR3? DDR3? Alright, Susan?
No.
Aww.
Okay. Thano, Will.
No.
Yes, and his reaction to the Chiaki thing further proves my point on that one.
I don't watch Nico B's content. I mostly watch shit from Weeby News. So
she hasn't updated since forever.
I think she died of dysentery. Eh, eh, eh. Reference. Anyway. No, she died of, like, no, I guess she was put in the same killing game as her waifu. Oh, God. But no, I haven't watched Nico B's content. Favorite episodes of the arcs?
For future, probably episode. It was the episode after Asahina was brought back. And for Despair, the episode that involved them with video games. I forget the episode
I think
number.
that's the second episode, actually. I think that's the second episode, actually.
Okay. That's pretty much it.
Alright. Thano?
For me, my favorite episode for the future arc, well, I think it's the episode where Komaru and Toko appeared.
That would be 6 and
And
7.
Yeah, episode 7. I like that one.
I'm going off into space.
You asked,
And-
you like the episode on Ultra Despair Girls?
Yeah, I kind of like those two.
They are gay, 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 gay.
Okay, moving on.
Alright.
Okay, and for my favorite episode in the Despair arc, I had to say 1 and 2. They're my favorite ones.
Okay.
So yeah. That's it.
For me, my favorite episode, or wait, no, Will, right, sorry. I forgot.
Hey, it's okay. I'm used to people ignoring my existence.
Sure.
For future arc, oh god, that's a toughie. What episode was did Seiko die again?
5. I think.
I'm copping out and saying that one only because Seiko backstory stuff. And for Despair, episode 1 and 2.
Okay. For me, my favorite episode of Future was 5. My favorite episode of Despair, probably 2.
We got more questions.
Stardust asks, so what's so different about Hope and Despair? Debatably.
Does any one of us know how to answer that?
Nope.
Yeah. We
Hope
don't
is
know.
peaceful. Hope is peaceful. Despair is chaos.
More or less, let's move on.
Yeah.
So in other words, Hope is basically a good election, Despair is the current election. It's political humor.
Nice one, Wave. And you don't even live in this country.
Yep. So how is Kirigiri still alive? I think one of us touched on that earlier. Is basically the one of the medicines that Seiko made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
And
took
then
that medicine.
Mikon brought her back to life since the poison was reduced or slowed down or some other random BS.
And since Kirigiri is the master of taking the shit off screen, yeah. Alright. That's pretty much covered in that regard, so we can move
Alright,
on to the next
there's
one.
one more. Are any of you guys Fire Emblem fans?
Nope.
I'm one.
I am. And can't remember her
Sorry,
name for
I'm
the life-
not.
I can't remember her name for the life of me, but basically, the purple haired chick is probably my favorite.
Camellia.
Yep.
I am not one, so it's 2-2.
Next question is what the Seiko?
I find that funny just because of the wording.
They,
Seiko.
What?
Seiko is basically the girl with the mask on, out of them.
She was the ultimate pharmacist. She made really a lot of medicines and stuff.
She makes a lot of drugs.
I go on acid trips made by her.
I wouldn't be surprised if she did that, but yeah.
Considering much.
Considering what her hair does when she's happy.
I'm the ultimate bullshit. And that's pretty much my favorite meme from Danganronpa 3. The ultimate bullshit.
Oh, there's another one. What's everyone's favorite meme that happened because of DR3?
I just answered that, so yeah.
I don't have a favorite I don't have a favorite meme. I never even really seen Danganronpa 3 memes.
Um, there's technically a meme with with one of the shots in the second episode where Ruka is talking to Izio and she's like facing him in a certain way, making a certain pose, and you put glasses over her and it does a certain joke. I'm gonna count that and the ultimate bullshit meme because they're both as good.
Yeah, that's one way
I
to
don't
look
look. I don't look at a lot of memes. Yeah, that's all.
at it. The memes. My dear boy.
Remember, guys, you can keep asking questions, and they don't have to be centered around Danganronpa.
They don't have to be
Yeah, a
such
lot of us are Pokemon, anime, and Emerald Chronicles fans. So
Yeah,
ask us questions.
reality
ask the
slips.
question.
Because we love questions.
Reality slips far away.
Future come alive. Darn, I don't know that song, Wave. Why did you have to do this to me?
Because it's funny.
Fiction comes alive if we start to play.
You know, I'm
Actually,
tempted just to get my phone out, get some English lyric, get the lyrics of it, and just start going karaoke on this.
Okay, what is everyone's favorite Pokemon type? This is from Boonsman.
Normal grass and water.
Okay. Thano?
Electric, berries, and I guess water.
Will?
Firefighting, if you do not see the Pokemon on my screen, I don't know how you can't guess those two. And, Dragon.
Blue Star, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, he's even doing the lyrics. That's awesome.
She.
Hope and hopelessness become one. It's all meaningless. We've already begun.
Already begun.
Yeah,
Yep, we are all one and the same. Never
Everybody
since we
sings
play the same game.
Am I allowed to get the lyrics and just karaoke this now?
Oh god, no.
Oh, come on. You know I'm a good singer. I can do it.
Weed.
Oh, wait. What's
Then
your
again, I
favorite
can't
Pokemon
rap.
type?
My favorite Pokemon type is pretty much firefighting.
Hooray! High five, Wave.
Kicks him in the dick.
Wouldn't be the first time.
He keeps kicking me in the dick.
It wouldn't be the first time, Wave. Trust me.
Ask us questions, please.
Okay, I think she's just going through like a list. Okay, I have so many questions. What can I possibly ask? Oh,
Got one.
Okay.
Who wants to read it?
what's your favorite song? I'm the chorus kid. I may as well have read that one.
Oh, I like a lot of songs, and I like a lot of music. If I have to name a favorite, I guess a personal favorite of mine would be Just the Way You Are by Bruno Mars. That's basically mine and Wave's, song.
For me, yeah, I kind of like a lot of songs too. But I have to say one, I would say Lost and Fought All Alone from Fire Album. The one that Azura sings. I like that one.
Okay.
I have two because they actually hold a very dear place in my heart. If you ever hear these songs, then you'll know what I'm talking about. 7 Years by Lucas Graham and Photographed by Ed Sheeran, because they remind me so much of the people I met in my chorus class in high school that have actually, they kind of helped me with my low points and even got me through my depression in May.
Okay.
Aww.
I will throw a grenade at trains.
That's
Wait.
my third favorite song.
Wave.
For me, my favorite song is actually, I don't have one. I like a lot of songs. I don't have a favorite.
Name one at least.
Yeah, just name one you like.
Okay. John Cena? I don't
That's
know.
a cop out and you know it.
Fine. Hunter x Hunter second ending.
That works.
Also, for some reason, Thano kind of reminds me a bit of Killua from that show. I don't know why. Maybe the hair. Anyway,
Wait, what?
Killua from Hunter x Hunter. Anyway,
Oh.
Next is, what's your favorite gaming OST?
Undertale.
What's OST?
Original soundtrack.
Oh,
I have no idea.
I don't either.
Most Sonic game soundtracks, actually, because no matter how horrible those games are, they have great music.
Rolling around at the
At
speed
the
of
speed
sound.
of sound,
Got
got
places
places
to
to
go.
go, gotta
Gotta
follow
follow
my
my
rainbow.
rainbow. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Oh god.
Living-
What are we doing? How did you discover that Blank was your favorite
Maybe
Pokemon?
didn't ask the question.
I answered. It was Undertale.
Oh, sorry.
Holy crap, we're getting a lot of questions. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Blue.
Thank
Alright.
you, Blue Star.
Okay, so, question for us. How did you discover that Blankety Blank was your favorite Pokemon?
Blankety
How
blanky Pokemon.
I guess it means like what our favorite Pokemon is, how we discovered it's our favorite. Um, I like Delcatty. It's because, well, when I saw Shiny Delcatty, I thought, this is my Pokestone, I want this. And when I saw Lucario in the Pokemon movie, I'm like, I love this Pokemon so much. That's pretty much it.
Nano?
For me, my favorite Pokemon is Pachirisu. When I look at Pachirisu in the anime, I just realize that she is so cute. And
Not
I
cute,
just realized,
kawaii.
No.
Sorry.
and yeah, she's my favorite Pokemon. I love her.
Which is why Dawn owns her.
Alright, so mine is, again, if you can't tell by the image I have sporting me, Infernape, and it's a funny story because when I was 12, I made my original account, Chimcharman123, that's currently burning in a fire somewhere in the corner somewhere, and I chose Chimchar because it was just an easy Pokemon to type up its name, and it was easy to remember, because I'm horrible at spelling. And eventually it just evolved into me doing a run of Pearl with Chimchar, and Infernape was pretty badass, I must have been, ever since I've honestly loved Infernape.
I think they call it Burning Area Charlotte.
Wave.
I said there wouldn't be any dark. I never said there wouldn't be any dark humor in this shit. Most people
It's
are
okay.
idiots. Anyway, for me, I like Lucario because like he was good in Smash, and movies and all that crap. The only one I didn't like in the anime was not Melene's. What's her face? Karina. She sucked. Yeah.
To
Next.
the point.
Do you like Pop-Tarts?
Yes.
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 Yeah, I ate them.
That was easy.
Okay,
How do you
take care.
feel about copycats?
It's not a good thing because if you copy off someone, you're literally taking credit for something that they did. So, and there's certain someone we know who's done it, but we're not going to try and roast anybody here tonight.
I might.
Wave, you already
Probably.
roasted DR3. You can't roast anybody else now. You lost your license for the day.
Holy crap. Anyway.
I know it is.
I don't really like copycats, to be honest. Yeah, I would say more, but I'd rather not go there because Wade just put me in a timeout.
When did I do that?
Well, not really, but you're gonna put me on the timeout.
No,
Yeah,
I think
we-
Nagito occupies that space.
That was
Anyway.
me 2 days ago. Anyway, how I feel about copycats, Blue, you can be inspired by something, yes, but originality is key. You put your own spin on it, get your own whatever you want to do inspired by it. I'm not going to go further because we don't need to have this conversation right now. That's what the rants are for.
Okay. Yeah, I don't... Okay. Yeah, I don't like copycats. I really don't like copycats. And I've already bitched up a storm about Ace being an art thief, so I'm not going to bitch about it again. So,
We won't let you do it. We'll tie you up.
for me, when it comes to the shit I made, yeah, that shit's like piracy to me, and I'm going to bitch the person out when I find out. Because that's art theft, you piece of crap. Moving on to the point. Next question. Do you have a favorite meme? Didn't we ask this already?
No, that was a DR meme. Now it's just general memes.
Okay, any general memes we like?
I guess the Tacho memes that Mega Adeno made.
There are memes I like. I just can't remember them off the top of my head right now.
I guess some memes, but don't know.
Nano memes.
And
What?
she
Have you tried to make a meme?
No.
No.
Geometric shapes. Even though that's more of a running joke.
Say, I know
Oh.
you still have to answer the question.
I did. I said depends.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Next up, Swift asks, thoughts on the Danganronpa English anime dubs?
It's okay. I do like dubs sometimes. It's just I've been so focused with the subs from Danganronpa 3, I kind of almost forgotten the subs existed. I mean, why go dubs exist? So why go back and watch the series again only in English? I have to say that
English
Italia has
tourists.
if you want to see anime that's good dubbed, listen to Italia because they have access.
Okay. Next.
Oh, is it me?
Yes.
They're okay. I only watched the first one, and only the first episode of the spare arc. That's it.
Okay.
So they're okay.
Well. No, wait. Why do I keep thinking Will Smith's in the call? Infernate Master. Where is Infernate Master here? We need to help. He needs our help to stop Will Smith from showing up. Infernape, are you here? I guess he's dead. No! Infernape died from Will Smith. Damn it.
Oh no, we lost Will.
No.
No, wait, no. Losing Will Smith is a good thing in this case. He killed Infernape.
Not Infernape. No.
Oh no.
Okay, let me get to... I guess I'll answer on my end then. Shit. I like the dubs, largely because it's also good... well, because I have to rewatch it anyway. And it's friggin' Scott Frericks, one of the guys behind Team 4-Star, voicing... voicing Gundam. That's awesome. Also, just to make a joke about people bitching about purists, they censored Akane's boobs in the dub. They're like a millisecond smaller, totally. No, wait, that doesn't exist. Right, they didn't make any censorship changes.
It did did Bernie believes that call or was it or is his mic muted?
Infernape is still on the call. Also, Will Smith, stop killing Infernape. Okay, oh, I see my Isis is in the chat. Nice. Welcome.
Hi.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh, hang on, or Infernape is responding. Yeah, I can hear you, you don't seem to hear me. Alright. Sorry about that, folks. One of our guests is having issues at the moment with his microphone. Or rather, that we can't hear him. Fernape, can you hear us now? Or can you try speaking? Okay. And we can't hear Infernape. Well, bollocks.
Oh crap.
Okay, in
Well.
that case, until Infernape can get his stuff fixed, he will have to type his answers. And one of us will read it out. So Infernape, someone asked you, shit, what was it? I'm trying to
He can
remember.
type in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, you can also type in the YouTube chat if you can, Infernape. Okay, well, we wait on that. We shall move on to the next one. People cover the others. Shit, what the hell? Oh, the English dubs. So Infernape, if you want to include your opinions on the English dub, you can either leave it in the chat or you can leave it in this one.
Check if your mic and stuff is plugged in, Bernie.
Okay, his response is, I like the dubs. They're good for binging. Shouldn't help for my friggin' cold, though, thank God. Or allergies, whatever the... Moving on to the next question. So during your first Danganronpa 3 about a video game, how does you feel about the first victim die-off?
What?
I have no idea. Stardust, can
No.
you please rephrase the question because it's a little bit confusing?
Move on to the next one.
Very well. We have a question for... We have one from MD. Question, thoughts on Chihiro?
I think Chihiro's really adorable.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, I kind of like Chihiro. I mean, yeah, I like him. I mean, dang it!
Oh, it was about the first one. Okay. And Infernape responds, Chihiro is nice. I like Chihiro. How often do you fangirl from Blue Star?
Whenever I see Tachio, and whenever I see Japan from Italia, I often fangirl. And whenever I see any cute romantic moments in anime or in the Emerald Chronicles.
For me, I usually fangirl over wolves. If only they made a wolf Pokemon.
They did.
For me, I fangirl when I see a favorite TC character or favorite anime character.
What about Pachirisus?
Oh yeah, Pachirisu too.
And Infernape fanboys over 2 characters from a series one of our friends makes. Alright. Should I eat this apple? It's poisonous.
Depends. I don't know.
No, if it's poisonous, do not eat it, Blue Star.
Do it! Wait. Okay, moving on to the next one. Have you been on an airplane before? Depends. Has Bane ever flown it?
I've never been on an airplane, and I'm kind of afraid to fly on one, even though I someday will have to fly on one if I ever see Wave.
Yeah, same here. I'm afraid of, flying. If I'm going to be honest.
'Cause I'm free falling far. Anyway.
Wave, well, Infernape.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
Will Smith's not in the chat. Infernape still can't be heard.
Okay.
I already made my joke about Bane, so it's for my response. Why does technology hate me?
I'll read the next question.
Okay.
It's from Blue Star. Who's your favorite Pikachu clone?
Obviously Pachirisu, and in manga too.
Emolga and Todeki Maru. Pachirisu is adorable as well.
Okay. My favorite is Missing No.
Really?
Because it could be anything. And,
No, Blue Star, you're not asking too many questions.
no, you're good. And Infernape has no favorite. Okay. Blue Star asks, have you seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, and did you cry as much as I did at the finale? Like this if you cry every time.
No, I have not seen it.
Nope. Not interested.
Okay. Well, Will Smith, do you like Avatar? Will Smith, you like The Last Airbender? Yes. Shoot. Now, what about Infernape? Does he like Avatar?
He saw it.
He saw it.
He liked it.
And he liked it. And that appears to be it on his end. I've seen Avatar, yes. Did I cry as much? No. No, I didn't. My favorite part was when Korra died. Oh, wait. That was something I wished would happen. It saves me
Thanks for spoilers.
It saves me 4 goddamn seasons of shit. No, unfortunately I haven't seen Korra, so that was just an ill-fated jab. MD asks, who's the most boring DR character?
Okay, maybe you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear
I hear
you.
you now.
We can hear you.
Okay, so my laptop has a microphone in it. I'm going to use that for the rest of the stream because My headset now hates me again. Maybe this is how Bandicam screwed me over with recording number 4 of episode 5. Why me? Why do I have bad luck?
You're not the ultimate bullshit.
We
That's
gotta
sad
get back to the questions.
Who is the most boring Danganronpa character?
Um,
Err,
Um,
Eto.
I don't know.
um, Soda. Soda. He's pretty boring.
Eh. What about you?
I'm copping out and saying Bandai, just because.
Leave.
For me, what I would define as a boring character would be something like Ruruka or Izuyoi.
Me.
Really, Wave.
Yes.
Really.
Yes.
Really?
Can you put Infernape in there next at least?
No.
Love you too.
Alright.
Yeah, hey, wait, why don't you tell our viewers the sprites who were cosplaying as?
Oh, yeah, good point. Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm cosplaying as Kyosuke. Susan's cosplaying as Sonia from the Despair arc, at least. It's hard, okay? The NO here is cosplaying as Mitarai. And Infernape here is cosplaying as Koichi, the detective.
Because I always look fabulous in the Thora.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, we got a question from Blue Star. Got a couple from her. Question 1. What's your least favorite time of the day?
Night.
Morning.
Morning.
Probably nice.
I'm a night owl. Have you seen how long I stay on these calls?
Yes, I have.
Yep.
Okay, what is your favorite type of fruit? I like apples, I like grapes, and I like peaches. I like pears too. Oranges are good too.
I don't know what fruit I like. I don't know what fruit I like. It depends.
There we go.
Well, Infernape.
I said, banana. You can still call me Will. We can make Will Smith jokes if I disappear again. How about that?
Okay. Bananas.
Okay. If you could do anything or be anywhere for one day, where would you go / what would you do?
Susan's location for me.
I would probably go to New York City and bring Wave with me, and we would go see Telly.
And then he can kick me in the dick.
Like he's always wanted to for how
For
many
me-
years?
Yeah.
For
There.
me, I would go to Japan and buy some Japanese stuff.
I want to do that too.
Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go.
For me, I honestly would. Is that a skitty? Alright then. For me, I would personally go to Canada, not to see Wave, because honestly, I'd probably pimp slap him if I did. I would go to Canada to see my mom again, because I haven't seen her in 3 years.
Okay.
And I really want to see her again.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll find Wave and pimp slap him.
Of course.
Next question.
Give me a second here.
Oh, here we go.
Bluestar says, have you ever played Yandere Simulator?
A part of me wants to, but I haven't played it.
Not
No.
interested.
Don't even know what the heck that is.
I watched a video, but not interested.
Oh, there we
Okay,
go.
next up is, what's your favorite style of humor?
There we go.
Our style of humor, I guess whenever my friends laugh, I usually laugh because hearing their laughter just makes me laugh. I guess that's how it is, but, I guess it would really depend on the scene, I guess.
Okay.
Thano?
Thano.
I like to be mysterious.
Okay. Will.
It depends on the mindset I'm having. If I'm having the straight man within the crazy friends kind of mindset, like you'll have to be hard pressed to make me laugh. I'll probably still laugh at kind of maybe funny situations or someone getting hurt. And otherwise, I like laughing at some of the darkest of humor because I am a horrible person.
Okay. My favorites are usually off the cuff ones or dark humor. Like my favorite ones are the ones I can think of on the fly. So, yeah.
But yeah, that's how my comedy works. That's why my show is improv.
Let's see anything else I'm thinking of here. Oh, here we go. Sorry,
Where
I'm
did
just...
Nagito come from?
Oh, he's been there. You haven't noticed?
I just now noticed.
There we go. It all comes for full circle.
Why is there a skitty on Thanos' head?
No, there
Wait,
isn't.
what?
No, there isn't. Not anymore,
I
anyway.
didn't see it.
No, because it was...
Either.
No, because
Only me? Only me? Am I the only one who saw that out of the three of us? Oh.
it was only...
I didn't notice.
I only put it there for like a
I-
few seconds.
You could have put it on my head at least.
Hey, Will, look at it now.
Okay, you get that in front of away from Nagito or else I'm gonna slap you.
He was already carrying a Pachirisu.
Yes, but he's
Hey!
hurting my favorite Pokemon.
Idiot.
Like a no.
Well, he was carrying a Skitty too.
Hey!
And...
Alright, but he has to put a Lucario on him next.
You better not.
Don't.
Glade?
Okay. Alright, Blue Star asks, what do you hate most about this world? All
Where
the
do I
violence.
begin?
So much violence. I just wish it could all be stopped because we have so much gun crime and stuff here in the States.
There it
It's
is.
not even funny.
My
What
friend had to
Susan
check in.
said, I hate violence. I'm more of a pacifist, to be honest.
I hate the violence. I'm also more of a pacifist, but I can get very aggressive very quickly, and I can just threaten to punch people even though I'm the weakest thing around. I hate the political system in this country, even though I'm not that deep in the politics, but I honestly am scared about this election.
I am too.
And I hate technology screwing me over every other second. Case in point, this live stream.
Yeah.
Now I know how Telly feels.
I'm fed up with this world. Basically.
Now I know how Telly feels.
Yep. Oh, there we go. Now I got the perfect thing for Nagito to carry. There
Please
we
tell me
go.
it's an Absol.
You'll see.
I'm just being patient because there are no more questions after that.
Ariolu! Not Ariolu! Okay.
I'm okay with this.
We got a
For
new
sure.
person here.
And you
Alright.
know what? Stardust says he has the super high school level graphic design. Yes, that is so true.
I'm the ultimate
I'm the s-
bullshit.
I'm the super high school level plushie collector.
I'm the ultimate drawer, or manga artist.
I am the super high school level. Crap! I wasn't ready for this.
That's not a name.
Give me 1 second, please.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna troll Susan again. Give me a second. There we
No!
go. There we go.
If you get a shiny Delcatty sprite and you put it on Nagito's hand, I swear
I
to God, dude.
Don't!
There's no shiny dream world of it.
You'd be surprised what you can find on the internet.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. Now I put it on there.
No! Get it off of there!
You gotta
Oh,
what?
Stardust actually just asked the thing we were just doing randomly, like, what would our talent be if we were in the Danganronpa world?
The ultimate bullshit.
I still haven't said mine yet. I'd probably be the super high school level video game nerd.
I think that's Jacob.
You do realize I know every single Pokemon name, right? By heart.
There you go, all of us do.
I guess animator?
So
I'm the-
you'd basically be Mitarai.
Most likely, but without all the,
I'd
Craziness?
Yeah.
I think I see you more as a manga artist, Nano.
Yeah.
Wave, don't you dare. And he did it.
I would be the super high level plushie collector. Because I have a bunch of plushies, like no kidding. If you see my plushie collection on DeviantArt, I have a lot.
It's crazy.
It is.
Oh, hey, Blue asked a question. Will you guys submit to Wave's cult?
No.
What the?
Wait, what?
Wave, I mean,
What?
Blue, you want to explain this one for me?
I don't have a
please?
cult. I'm not an Onision.
I mean,
To be fair,
I
they'll
think-
have one day, Wave. Let's be real.
Wave is important to me, but not like.
No, that'd be ridiculous. No, this whole cult thing is
It's-
retarded.
And here's a sane question from her. What are some of your biggest hopes for the future?
At least our world will be somewhat more peaceful.
Defeating Azrael? No, I'm just kidding. Funny, Stardust. You're saying this in the chat hosted by the boyfriend. Anyway,
Stardust, why do you have to say that even though Wave is over there?
I can hear you. Or see what you're typing. Okay, where were we with the question?
Oh, I just now see, oh god. Stardust run for your
Yes.
life. Stardust run for
Stardust,
your
you
life.
shouldn't said that in front of Susan's boyfriend.
Stardust run for your life. Now.
Run.
Nice demon voice.
Oh, great.
Hmm.
Well, you just uploaded the episode 5 of your TPP.
Well, that's been on YouTube for like 2 hours now. I just haven't uploaded.
Wait, he
made it
uploaded-
public till now.
Wait, he uploaded up to 5 of performance? How the hell did you do that? Anyway.
No, Blue, I'm still here. Can you not hear me? Can you? Can
you
you guys
guys
still
didn't
hear?
ask the. Yeah, we can hear you.
Making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we never
you didn't
answered.
ask. You didn't ask
never-
the future question.
Yeah, we never fully answered that. We just went on a tangent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is Infernape still dead? No, he's alive.
But for the future question, Blue, I kind of want to become a video game designer in the future. I want to be able to get past everything that life has thrown at me and be able just to become my own person, live my life by myself, and having those friends who support me through all the hard times, like I did with my chorus class.
Aw.
Aw.
And you guys are helping me with that, and I thank you for it.
you're welcome.
You're welcome. I just wanna live while I'm alive.
Wave, you gave Blue nightmares tonight.
You're welcome. It's my life, and it's now.
I could say another thing I want for the future. I want to be able to like use Wave like in real life.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Yes.
Well, I want to. It's been 5 years. We haven't met yet.
Indeed. Much like how I want to see Susan in real life.
Dana, what about you?
Oh, for me? Well, I want to be my own person, and yeah, get better at my drawing, and probably release a show.
You can call us for voice actors.
Okay. For future.
Yes.
All right, Blue Star says, say one positive thing about each other now.
Personality.
You guys are all nice, and you're all cool.
Aw.
Susan, I love your charisma. Thano, I love your personality, especially how you don't take annoyances just like me. And Wave, I just love your deadpan snarkiness so much that I want to be your deadpan snarkiness sometimes.
All right. For me, basically, I like personality. So.
For me, I love Wade because he's my boyfriend and he's so sweet and caring. Dano is just so cute, and I love his drawings. And Bernie's pretty cool and pretty funny as well.
I try so hard. It helps me get through life.
I tried so
hard
and
You know, actually,
Got so far,
But in
but
the
but in the
end,
end,
this sucks.
it doesn't even
matter.
No.
Will you guys let
Okay.
me karaoke around here, or are you guys just gonna not let me?
Gotta let you brew that, Star Fox. Anyway.
Okay. Blue asks, how many times a day do you get asked to roast someone a day?
I don't. I just do it
Zero.
in normal conversation.
0.
I don't roast. I try not to roast anybody because that's mean.
Besides, she roast my ass. Wait. No, she doesn't.
Wait, if I get on you for sometimes being a you-know-what?
It's a joke, Susan.
Sometimes when someone pisses me off, I technically roast them.
I
like,
don't
this
think
is
it
what
is the.
This is what I do with my dad, actually. Like, if I have the moment in the conversation where I can bring up a moment in the past that he made a mistake with, and I do the same thing with other people sometimes, I actually will do it, and oh my god, Blue asked us to do a 4-part harmony.
Oh my god.
Wait, what song? I wasn't expecting that.
Blue, what song? Blue, give me a song.
Give us something.
Give us an easy song we can do.
Something that we all should know.
Well, that's
Yeah.
gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Why don't we just do the Danganronpa theme?
No, I don't know that by heart. I have to get my phone on that, and I'm kind of watching the comment section.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to know all the lyrics.
Okay. Yeah. So
We'd
someone.
have to do it. We'd have to do it like in parts, though, or we sing together.
All right.
Or
Someone in the chat, give an idea. Give us an idea.
Easy song that we all can do.
And of course, she goes, Keep in mind, I'm in chorus, so I can know song lyrics very well. I was singing the song. I was singing one random "Miss Me When I'm Gone" earlier today on the way home.
Kick and fall and trust. We're chilling at the schoolyard.
Finding trouble, never working too hard.
God, why do I remember that? Stupid 4 kids. Don't do Jacob Sartorius. Okay.
Hey, wait, at least it's better than the One Piece song. Let's be honest.
You gotta go yada yo.
Wait, stop.
Dreaming. Don't give it up, Luffy. Dreaming.
She says like Lunar Mars or something.
Do you all know the lyrics to Grenade?
I would throw a grenade at you.
Oh yeah.
At you, not for you.
Wait, do you all know the lyrics to Grenade? Because I know that's the only Lunar Mars song I know by heart.
I know
I
that one too.
don't. So.
I know some of it.
Oh, and Wave, sorry for talking to Susan for front of you. I didn't mean to say that. Yeah, second time. Alright, fine. It's all good. And now I feel like listening to CS188's version of the song.
Listen, how about we do an easy one? Do we know the Pokemon theme?
Which one?
Which one? They're at 19
Season
of
1.
them. Alright. So basically, our cop-out version of this. Okay.
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 Alright. Do our on High School House thing. Isn't there like only 2 of us who've actually seen the show?
Yeah.
Me and Susan at this point?
I did see the first one.
You
Well,
people
the
are
theme.
you people are just adding things to my backlog. You realize this, right?
The thing's like 13 episodes, man. Dang.
Well, let's just sing the Pokemon theme song.
Okay, count down someone.
5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I wanna be,
the very
That's terribly out of
best.
sync.
Like no
No
one never was.
was.
To catch
them
them is my
The very best. The train.
The train.
Them is my
Okay,
God.
this is not working.
This is killing
Okay.
This is killing Blue Star.
So, someone, we'll just sing like one phrase of the song at a time. We'll go in order of our thing.
Okay.
We will. I guess I'll start then.
Alright.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was.
Dun dun dun.
To catch them is my real test. To kill them is my call.
I will travel far and wide. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide.
These Pokemon are to understand the power. What?
The power that's inside.
Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.
It's you and me.
I know it's my destiny,
Did you know?
Pokemon.
Oh,
You're
you're
my
my
best
best
friend.
friend. In a world we must defend.
COD. Pokemon.
Gotta catch 'em all, a heart so true.
This is actually the one line, I don't know.
Our courage will pull us through.
You need me and I need you. Okay.
Pokemon.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Gotta catch them all.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
We were terribly out of sync.
That was horrible.
And Blue says 10 out of 10 we need a Grammy.
Yeah. More like
No,
a
we-
Razzie.
Okay, Stardust asked us the question while we were being karaoke failure. Have you guys ever done the Nuzlocke challenge before?
I have.
Nope.
Nope.
I started a Pokemon Black Nuzlocke, but I quit it immediately after I lost Bully Pup.
Pokemon Black Lives Matter.
Wave, I'm Blaz, I'm gonna kill you now.
I'll close my eyes, the touch of your fingers. Through
know, the sad thing is
monochrome-
Monochrome, the memory lingers.
You know, the sad thing was Crimson Weavile asked me to sing for him one time and on Skype, but I told him I couldn't because I'm in the middle of the living room. And he's
Okay.
missing this.
I feel sad about Vaporeon. Huh, okay. Into your hands I see a dream of blind destiny, and it's in your arms I'm melting, and it's the first
And
time
it's the
I've...
first time I've ever felt like this. Sorry.
And it's
So
the
how long
first
is
time
Oshawa
I've
gonna stay on
ever
Nagito's hand?
been like this. I forgot he was there. You are the hand that stole to me, and now I'm sealing my fate with a kick. And in the flash, the stars
The stars
align.
align. I'm sorry, I like that song.
Wanting a sign, the test inside your eyes, lies become clearer to see. They
They
tell.
tell a different story. So take the reins and don't let go. I want this be the scar before I know.
Oh, there we go. Have you guys lived here for the same place?
What?
I think have you ever lived in the same location as each other at any given moment in time?
No.
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 Have any of you guys lived in North Carolina?
Nope.
One person we know does.
Yeah, I'm tempted just to meet up with him in real life, honestly. Oh, would you consider yourself edgy by Blue Star?
No.
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 I'm too cute to be edgy.
Bullshit.
You haven't seen my face, Wave. You know nothing.
Yeah, that's why it was hard to make your sprite.
I mean, I can send you my graduation picture if you want it.
Alright,
no,
guys,
nice.
ask us questions. Come on.
Yep.
More questions.
The scars of the cold.
Don't be shy. You can ask any one of us.
Yeah, you
Ask
can ask
all of us
individual.
if you want.
You can ask individual questions. Heck, Dano and I have never been on stream before. We are right
Yeah.
for the picking.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we've never been on stream before. You can ask me and Will some questions, even though this is our first stream.
Exactly.
So we're right for the picking, people. And you know, I really wish Chelly was still here right now.
Yeah.
Yes. Like I said, we're all Pokemon fans. We've all seen some decent amount of anime. We've all seen Emerald Chronicles. We like video games.
We're part of the
Listen to
CPI
music, all
community,
that stuff. Yeah, our TPI can ask about our shows too.
Well,
like the one that I just dropped like 45 minutes ago.
most
Well, I
of
don't
them.
have I don't have a TPI show, to be honest.
Yeah.
You're an observer.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to plan to, but too lazy.
Right.
Don't blame you.
Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, Blue Star. I'm
We'll still be here.
falling down into my
The
shadow,
shadows.
holding my breath. The deadly night is awaiting. Don't be scared
Yeah.
of the pumpkin carriage which drew, 'cause it can show in your eyes. See if you look.
Hey guys, you want me? While we're waiting, you want me to sing the Dead or Alive English cover?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Stand up, doesn't matter if these voices in your head say yes or no, where to go. You can live without them. Stardust, the game that chooses fate as if there's no choice. Dead or alive, you can find your way to freedom. Go out even if your heart can't cope with the fear in your doubts. You can get through even if they will hold a lie against you. What to do for what cause, what to have for what lost. It's hard to know at first, but you'll break through with this last bullet left. Neverland, even when the water's monochrome, it doesn't stop for me to turn. Neverland, never end. My heart will never lose its true color. The end of the world, holding on to hope that gets me out of despair. That holds me back today. I'll hold my breath and take aim. The future I want to see. I'll hold it down till they plead.
Nice. Good job.
I'm home alone all the time. What do you expect me to do?
Which one of them look? No, I'm just kidding.
Another question.
Stardust
Yeah.
asks,
Stardust.
what's your favorite movie?
Favorite Disney movie?
Disney movie. Yeah.
The Little Mermaid's my favorite.
Frozen.
Shoot, what do I have? I don't exactly have one, or if I did say one in the past, I can't remember it.
I'll say I like Tangled.
Tangled, I've heard good things about.
It's okay. I like it.
Yeah.
You got add-
I like one of the Tangled songs. At last I see the light. That's really pretty.
So they got added to that like giant conspiracy of like all these Disney movies connecting to each other. It got added to the Frozen one.
Oh, that mess. Wasn't one of the theories that it was like the parents of Elsa and whatever the guy, Elsa's parents.
Elsa and Anna.
Yeah, their parents were apparently connected to Tarzan. I shit you not.
Oh yeah, I saw that episode of Cartoon Conspiracy.
Yeah. Could you guys say that one again? I got offline and now I recovered. Just say the Disney movies again, guys. I don't have
Little
one.
Mermaid.
Frozen.
Seriously, Stardust's connection is about as bad as light when he glitches it out.
Ouch. Alright, well. Okay, we'll wait for another question. I guess I'll try and sing this time. I still have too long life ahead just to give up and drop all of these dreams. I just wanna try and fix all the things that I've left undone. Burn. I thought that I could reach something capital that I saw within my dreams. And yet I stumble on all my actions on this road that's in front of me. It's not like I want things to go back to the way before. I wanted to open my eyes and feel the sun. Don't let them say that you're afraid. No, don't make a face. I know you can't let them know you want them to pity you. You can't have every single one with the tears. With them proudly on your sleeve along with your fears. It's like you're waiting for someone to draw near in a maze of emotion. There comes a day when you find a way to escape. A blank page now running on my own fate. I've grown tired of running away from a thing called reality. And I will scream from the top of my lungs. I'm living to fulfill my hopes. Girl, you hear me? I'm no longer taking the safer way out of anything. We'll never go back. I'll always find strength from those who help me. They'll always be there by my side. I'm on my way. The hope for tomorrow will help me through my pace today. Yeah, that was actually Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood's first opening. That was done by me. Alright. Alright, take care, Stardust. I like it too. It's really good.
Was Stardust the last person in the chat?
No, Blue Star is on BRB.
Oh, okay.
We only have 5 watchers now.
Okay.
There was still then how come no one's saying anything in the chat?
Maybe they're thinking of something.
Hey, wait, guys, we need to keep in mind. Aren't we all watching the stream?
Then. In a way.
Wow.
Well then.
This is embarrassing.
We technically only have one watcher then.
Okay. So what time should we end this then?
Let's give them a... We'll wait till Blue Star gets back and...
Oh, Blue Star is back.
Oh, there she is.
Okay.
Someone read a question.
How do
What
you
do you feel
feel?
about Earth pollution?
Oh gosh, she's asking a lot.
Wow.
She keeps us entertained.
Okay.
It's alright. Not alright. No, it sucks.
Air pollution's bad.
What is
Thumbs
the
down
most...
for
Bad.
me.
What is the emotion you
Bad.
feel the most?
Bad, I say.
Did you guys hear the question Wave asked?
What is the emotion you feel the most? Neutral.
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 Happy, optimism, neutral, or depressed.
What is your favorite
Okay,
color?
Blue, settle yourself down for a sec, okay?
What's your favorite color? Do you see the red streak in my sprite's hair?
Red.
Purple.
Blue.
Wait, we have the same favorite color?
Apparently.
Okay then. How do you
Well-
feel about the TPI community?
Eh.
Both
It's
of them are
okay.
okay. Both of them are complete jerks.
Agreed.
It reminds me of that one time I was stuck in a class full of freshmen during my senior year, and it scared me.
Okay. What is your best
Never-
childhood memory? I don't have one. The end.
I was bullied all my childhood.
Playing Pokemon.
Don't know. I don't remember most of my childhood.
If you had a chance for a do-over in life, what would you do differently?
Most things that badly happened to me are things I'd rather forget about in the first place. So.
I would
Probably
probably
wish-
would tell my mom not to let me move to North Carolina and just let me stay with her, even if it led to me becoming homeless for a while, because it wasn't worth it.
For me, I would probably try to make friends back in my elementary school because I didn't make a lot of friends often.
I guess for me, try to be a little more social and try to do better in school.
Okay, this is a strange question. I think it's more
It's-
towards Susan and Wave.
Yeah.
How did you two meet?
Basically through the total Pokemon community.
Mm-hmm.
What
Okay.
do you feel most proud of?
I don't know.
I guess for me, making my new show, considering how popular it's suddenly getting.
I would say my OC story and my drawings.
Okay.
I'm proud that I'm able to help my dad and my brother get through everything in the aftermath, because apparently I'm the wisest one out of the three of us, yet I'm the youngest.
All right.
Also, Doom's here.
Hey, well,
Yay.
hey, Maniacal. Okay. What is your favorite music? I think this was already asked.
No, that was color.
No.
So he's asking about genre.
Oh. Okay. Rock.
Pop and Japanese.
Rock.
Rock, pop, Japanese.
Pop.
Yeah.
Pop rocks.
Japanese, pop, I will take, and the rare occasion, and rock, and that's about it. It's rare anything else likes me.
I wouldn't be surprised actually if pop rocks was a genre. Anyway. 10. If you could only keep 5 possessions, what would they be? Infinity.
My plushie collection, my laptop, my 2DS, any gifts I got from Wave, and I think that's it. I can only name 4, sorry.
For me, I would say my laptop, my 3DS, a pencil, paper, and that's it.
2DS.
Oh, another thing I would keep is all my games.
Okay.
My games.
2DS with games included. That's a given, I think. Froakie cargo pants. Don't ask.
Alright.
I have a weird obsession with cargo pants. Don't question me.
Alright.
Okay.
My gray and black hoodie, which I also have a weird obsession with,
Okay.
and probably one last thing. Oh yeah, this Pokeball button one of my closest friends gave me before I moved away from Texas.
Okay.
I still have it to this day.
That's good.
Aw.
Okay, I got one just to be a dick. Technically, you can possess the house, so yeah, the house. There. It has everything
Wait,
in it.
what?
Done.
Wave wins.
Next up is 11. What teacher in school made the most impact on you and why? For me, it was an elementary school teacher, Mr. Burkett, I think that was his last name. He basically, I remember one time, and I still remember this for whatever reason, basically he was reading the Berenstain Bear story, and I think it was something along the lines of, and then one of the characters hit the other or something that didn't actually happen in the story. I think that's where I got my kind of humor from, actually, now that I think about it. But it seems very
That
appropriate.
explains so much.
Yeah. So that's for me.
I think it would probably be my drama teacher from high school. Her name is Mrs. Fox. I've known her. I even knew her before I went to high school because I did a drama camp one summer. She was very nice and she was somewhat supportive of me, even though I really wasn't all that good on stage. So I'd say her.
Okay. Oh, sweet. Kamina Girl finally posted the final crack.
For me, I don't know. I don't really remember most of my teachers often.
Okay.
Mine is my chorus teacher in high school, Mr. Yasik. He was one of the best teachers I've ever had. Because I had a horrible stage fright when it came to singing in front of people, and he helped me actually get through that for the year and a half I took chorus.
Oh.
And he looked at how out of all of us, and there was one decision I made in life because of my stepmom that he actually knew that was probably not the best idea, and he even told me that when I talked to him when I visited his school in August.
Okay. And 12, what do you want your tombstone to say? He drives cool. 5 points if you get the reference.
I don't know what I want mine to say yet because I don't want to think about that yet.
No comment.
Ditto those last two responses.
Look, Maniacal after ask us a question. Least favorite month?
Probably February for me.
But February's Valentine's Day.
Yes, but outside of that, usually when I get sick, and that sucks. I literally got sick on a Valentine's Day once. It's basically a sign that February has it out for me.
But Persona 5 comes out in February, Wave.
I haven't even played a Persona game.
Oh, never mind them. That's only for me, then.
Yeah.
I don't really have a least favorite month.
Me either.
I mean, if I had to kind of correlate all my life's events together and such, I have to say I unfortunately have a dislike for December now because that was the beginning of the end of of my life as I knew it. And you want to know what's the ironic thing?
Hmm.
It was 2 days. It was 4 days before Christmas.
It's 4 days before retirement.
Ouch.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn, and he had 2 days left before retirement.
All right. Hey, Michael. After I was asked worst teacher. Mind if I go first?
Yes, go ahead.
Sure.
I had a language arts teacher, 8th grade, named Miss Kirby. Yeah, I know how horribly ironic this is about to sound.
This is going to suck.
It was the worst class I ever had because just about everyone in that class was just horrible, and the teacher was just honestly, there's a reason why I don't like English classes anymore. Then because I suck at English. What is this?
Preview. Anyway.
I didn't really, not a lot of the teachers really hated me, and I didn't really have any worse ones, but there was this one teacher I had in summer school once, and she was mean to me, just because I had a little bit of a bad habit with my hair. I may often pull it out if I'm stressed, and she doesn't like me doing that.
Same here. There's a reason why I have a strange hairline.
Okay.
I don't really hate any teachers. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Wait a minute. Just gonna put that in the corner here. It's a distraction. Distractions. Anyway, for me, one of the worst teachers I had was a math teacher. Which is funny because math's actually one of my favorite topics. Needless to say, what happened in that class is that he would get incredibly pissy at his students. He even, like, my high school, I don't know if my other colleagues had, in this call, had a, well, basically had a policy against swearing, but the point is, at my high school, you couldn't swear because that's Jews, I don't know. What basically ended up happening, though, is that, basically, he swore at his students, and I was there when he did it. I think he's still teaching at the friggin' school, too. He had a lot of anger issues, too, at points, but that's another story. No, not a lot of anger issues, that's another story. But he also... Okay, this one was definitely unconfirmed, so this one is likely not true. I really hope it wasn't. And I'm not saying their name because, for obvious reasons. It could be any teacher, so... Yeah. Anyway, on to the point. And... Actually, no, I'm not going to finish this next one because that could be a slander claim. No, I'm not going to say this other action. It's not like he committed a crime or anything. I would never say that, but basically... Yeah. Is that... It's a long story. And I'm not even going to say he did it because... Or this person did it. No, I didn't even remember the gender of the person. I'm sorry. It's a long story, this one. Or maybe this teacher didn't do it. I don't know. Or I could just be padding this out. I don't know. I don't want to have a thing about privacy. So. Okay. Moving on. And I still have my montage on screen.
Any more questions? Blue? ML?
Anyone?
Someone ask us.
Holy crap, we've been going for 2 hours.
Not surprised.
Wow.
Well,
Wow, I actually did a video on Jack Stevenson. AK, the one that Susan collabed with a long time ago.
yeah, it never happened.
No, it happened on DA.
Wait, was there a possibility that I'm going to end up doing a collab with you at some point or another?
Depends on what the heck the video is.
I could do the Zorak movie with you.
I don't think that'd be wise, given I don't even know what's going to happen in that review anyway.
Why do you think I say that? I've actually seen that movie.
Given how that movie has been a major pain in the dick for me, I want to do as best a job I can on it, and I don't want that to be a collab. So, largely because this is a pretty big film, like the Shaman movie, because a lot of people roasted me for me bitching on the Zoroark film.
Okay. Well, if there's a movie you want me to do, I'll watch it later and I can do it for you if you want me to.
Okay. Besides, I'm pretty much burned down on collabs anyway. I've done 3 throughout the entire year, and those weren't easy to do. Look, Corona. Anyway.
Well, Doom was drawing a blank.
Okay. Oh yeah, I made 2 versions of this. Yeah, basically I'm just showing off the thumbnails on my commentary channel.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god, while we wait for questions, oh my god, I actually used Urza as an avatar at one point.
The good times in Urza, when the plots dealing with Urza were actually nice and cool.
I think I've used Midnight, no. I think I've used freaking Nightwing more than a lot of my avatars, actually. Next to Tomoya, it's one of my most used avatars on the show. Like I did one on Quarter Guy with Nightwing. I did several ones with Tomoya. Still waiting on the questions. Oh yeah.
Not seeing anything.
Nothing. Oh yeah, I forgot Turok got a Steam release. Oh god, I used the gold Dino Charge Ranger a couple times.
I still need to finish that. I still need to catch up.
I actually have someone plans to do a video on the whole, shit, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically a countdown on Power Rangers, but yeah, it's another story.
That's gonna sound fun. I mean, Linkara already is doing the history of Power Rangers, so
Well, he's done, basically.
I mean, he's going to basically update it whenever a new season is finished.
Yeah, we still gotta wait till the end of the year for Dino Charge. Actually,
Yeah.
probably even longer for DVDs. We're still taking questions, guys. For a little bit,
Ask
anyway.
us questions.
You can ask us questions.
They can
You
be
can
on
be
any
individual.
because no one seems to realize that.
Yep. How long do you guys want to keep the stream going for?
Maybe another 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
So nobody asks us anything by about 10:30, then we're gonna call it off.
Alright. Oh yeah, the final paradox. I remember that whole video, that whole shit where he doxed Meta or whatever.
Yes,
Can
Thano?
I ask you guys something?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, Thano.
Can I sing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Of
Sure.
course.
Well, I sort of dig into the song and I want to sing.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
Okay. You are the ocean's great wave, destined to. Sorry,
It's alright. It's alright.
I'll just skip to my favorite one.
Okay.
In the white light, a hand reaches through. A double-edged blade cuts your heart in two. Waking dreams fade away. Embrace the brand new day. Sing with me a song of birthrights and love. The light scatters to the skies above. Dawn breaks through the gloom, white as a bone. Lost in thought, all alone. That's all.
Okay. Well done.
That was nice.
I'm just really shy with singing.
Oh
I
yeah,
still
I
have a
get.
lot to learn.
Yeah, it's all
Why
good.
did I think I took chorus? Then again, my dad forced
Oh,
me to.
and the song I use is Lost in Thought All Alone from Fire Emblem.
We're dropping our viewers. I'm dropping the watching count.
Okay.
We're down to 4 now.
Alright.
Does that mean it's just the four of us then?
Okay. Well, to be fair, we have been running for a while.
Yeah.
Think we should end it
What
off
if-
then?
Mm. What do you guys think?
Oh, here we go. Are there any games you guys are looking forward to? Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon.
That was easy.
Yeah, I think we got everything. I don't know. Okay. So that just leaves the others in this case. And they're quiet.
Oh, not really much. We're just waiting on questions if people wants to ask them, but our viewer count's dropping, so
Yeah, that's what I
I'm
was
amazed,
basically.
Yeah.
I'm amazed more people were on the stream today than like a lot of other streams you guys have had.
Well, yeah. So do you think we should end it?
I think we. What do you guys think?
I think it's pretty. I think we have the fair settings to end it now since it seems pretty dry.
And
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we got everything we need to say. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
What?
just answer this and then end it. Any other games apart from Sun and Moon?
Persona
the
5
final
in the
question.
US.
Lady Layton.
None.
Don't know.
All right. Well, that's everything we got, guys. Thank you very much for coming out to the stream. Let us know what you think if you're watching this after the fact. And if you have any problems with what we addressed, I'm sure most of you know what to do. Post in the comments after this goes live. Thank you all for attending. I'd like to thank my guests for being here. It took a while to develop, but yeah. So give your thanks.
It was fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
So yeah, thank you all for coming out, and we will see you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Sayonara.